So, picture this, a world completely wiped clean. After all the thunder and fire of Ragnarok, this great silence falls. The old world is gone, and in its place, a new one is just waiting to be written. But the ink for this new story? Well, it's not found on Earth, it's found in the sky. This is the story of the Celestial Futhark, a brand new language for a reborn world.
And we're not just talking about a new set of stars here. This was language, a completely new alphabet appearing in the heavens. It wasn't carved into wood or stone by human hands, no. This was etched in pure starlight. It was a new way of writing for a new world, a kind of gift for those who made it through.
And you gotta understand, these were so much more than just pretty constellations. You should think of them as a living language, almost like a kind of cosmic musical notation. Every single character, each one of these runes of light, it vibrates with its own specific frequency, and that frequency resonates with the newly restored world tree Yggdrasil. It was like the universe itself had started to sing a whole new song.
So this Celestial Futhark, it's not just a language, it's basically the architectural plan for creation itself, and it was the Light Elves who were the first to decipher these patterns. They understood that the stars were offering a language of pure intent, a divine blueprint for reality, and the actual tools to help shape it.
So what was the very first word spoken in this brand new cosmic language? Well, it was life itself. The first rune revealed to this new world was Leaf, the ultimate symbol of enduring vitality and the unbreakable promise that life goes on even after complete devastation.
Now, where this rune appeared is just as telling as what it looked like. It popped up in a star cluster known as the Healer's Hands, and its shape actually mirrored the constellation that represented the last survivors of humanity. Its very existence was tied directly to their fate, like a celestial promise that they were gonna be okay.
And this, right here, signals a massive shift in how the universe works. As you can see, the old runes, they were so often used as tools for conflict and war. But these new celestial runes, starting with Lif, they are all about healing, regeneration, and growth. The age of battle was done, the age of rebuilding had finally begun.
So what did they actually do with it? Well, Liv became absolutely central to the New World's recovery. You know, it was traced in the morning dew to bless the harvests of the Vanir, and by meditating on its shape in the night sky, people could literally align their own bodies with the pulse of the universe, drawing that cosmic vitality right down to a wounded Earth.
Okay, so a new world needs life, for sure, but it also desperately needs protection, right? And so, the second great rune appeared, Mjolnir Reborn. It was found shining in the constellation known as the Hammer of Magni, a kind of celestial shield for the weak and a symbol of just power.
And the shape of the rune, man, it tells a whole story on its own. It's made of 3 intersecting lines of starlight, and each of those lines represents one of the core virtues inherited from Thor's sons. The strength to protect the innocent, the righteous wrath to confront any evil left over from the old world, and the mercy to temper all that power with compassion.
This rune quickly became like the cornerstone of their whole new legal system. It was used to consecrate judicial assemblies to make sure everything was fair. If you drew it in the air, it would form a spiritual shield against any lingering chaos. It became a constant reminder, especially to the Black Elves, that their incredible craft must always serve the cause of cosmic stability.
So you've got life, you've got justice. What do you need to hold it all together in harmony? That's when the cosmos revealed the next rune, Fridir, the rune of peace. It was found glowing beneath the Shining One's path like a celestial echo of the resurrected god Baldur.
Just look at its shape, an unbroken circle of light. It literally never closes. It represents a cycle that can't be broken, a cycle of rebirth, reconciliation, and just this enduring, absolute harmony for all of the 9 worlds, a kind of peace that was once thought completely impossible. You can think of Fridir as the spiritual and, honestly, the diplomatic glue holding this brand new cosmos together. It was inscribed on treaties, making them unbreakable under the watchful eyes of the stars. Just speaking its name was an invitation for the wisdom of the elves to enter your heart, making peace a fundamental law of this new reality.
So, let's recap. We have life, justice, and peace. What's the one crucial piece that's still missing? You guessed it, knowledge. The final rune we're going to explore is Ratataskar's Eye, a guide for anyone seeking hidden wisdom, named for that legendary squirrel who carried messages up and down the world tree.
And the design of this rune is just as clever as its name. It's intricate, it's weaving, just like the paths Ratatoskr would take along the branches of Yggdrasil. It represents the endless, interconnected journey of knowledge through every single corner of the cosmos, making sure that no truth is ever lost again.
The whole purpose of this rune was, honestly, profound. It allowed the Light Elf scribes to transcribe thoughts directly into pure light. This created incorruptible archives where they could document the very first legends of the New Age. It was the tool they used to preserve cultural memory in a form that just transcends the limits of time and speech.
So, when you take a step back and look at the whole picture, life, protection, peace, knowledge, you start to see this incredible, grand design taking shape. These celestial runes aren't just individual symbols, they're the interlocking pieces of a cosmic blueprint.
When you boil it all down, the Celestial Futhark is really a bridge. It was the final gift from the old world to the new, a way to connect the mortal mind with the divine architecture of the universe itself, to make sure that wisdom and hope would never, ever fade into darkness again.
And all of this kind of leads to a pretty mind-bending question, doesn't it? What if this whole parable is just a reflection of our own reality? What if the universe isn't some silent, empty void, but is actively telling a story that we're now invited not just to read, but to help write?
Because really, that's the heart of the Celestial Futhark's message. It's a powerful reminder that even after the darkest of nights, a new story is always being written up there in the stars, one of survival, of resilience, and of unending hope.